Okay, cool. So this is my Sunday breakdowns. As you can see on the side here, I have a checklist. I already did some marking up on here, but basically, okay. So if we're looking at this, this is clearly bullish because, like, if we don't count this or this, I would just count this. We've broken above that. So the weekly on USD SGD, it's bullish. The weekly is bullish. This would have been the weekly area of interest. We could have had one like right, oops, there. This could have been a weekly area of interest. We already had a reaction off of it. So since we have the weeklies good, we're going to jump down to the daily. The daily, this was the, like if I start, this was the lowest point I can see. If I go back from that point, let's bring this up here, go back from this point, this is the other point here. So because we broke it above that, we're now bullish. So I would consider this the lower low because this is just like a one candle pullback. It would be nicer if we just broke under that and went. And I think this was a 4-hour level. But since we've already rejected the weekly, we can look to take a daily area of interest. So I think this was it right here, yep. So this would be the daily area of interest, so we could get a wick pullback off of this, and then since it's the daily area of interest, we'd have to target the daily. So either here or here. If it pulls back to here and goes to here, it wouldn't really be worth it. It would make more sense to go here, unless we actually come back on the daily. Right now, the 4 hour is bullish as well too, so I'm just looking for the 4 hour because now we have a weekly trend, the daily trend, the 4 hour trend. We need the 4 hour to make higher low, so the 4 hour can make higher low potentially on this daily area of interest, or even the 4 hour area of interest. It could potentially make choose to make its higher low. Like there, we could pull back to here and even do that. And then, yeah, that's the entry, so we'll talk about that another time. But either way, yeah, if you come in here, accumulate, breakout, retest, and then push up to a daily area of interest. Or this is the 4 hour here, there's another 4 hour level here or here. That's that. This is, what is this? This is like probably like silver, XAG, USD. Starting on the weekly, we can see that this is the lowest point. Tracing back here would be the lower high. So we've broken above that, now we're bullish. This is the low, the higher low here. So weekly is bullish. Daily, I wouldn't really consider that the structure. For me, it makes more sense if I just go with this nice clean structure on here. So the weekly or the daily is also bullish as well too, and the 4 hour is that broke high, so low. This isn't in trend, so we'd be looking for it to shift on the 4 hour in order to be in trend. So let's see on here. Since this is a weekly breakout from this level on here, we could have a wick pullback, and like when this new candle open, have a wick pullback, retest the daily area of interest, and then go. So for the daily, we need a proper pullback. So for that to happen, it could either happen at this level here, or possibly like something like down here, like this is another. So we could have a proper week or proper daily pullback, which would equal a wick pullback on here. So you could just pop in there, this level right here, which would be this level right here, would be a nice daily pullback, and then we can target for the daily would be the daily highs on here. So yeah, all the time frames are in sync. The ones that, so I don't have the pro version of TradingView, so all the ones that you've had before, let me just remove this, the ones with the red flags on them, where they're just like what was one of the pairs, like was it, is it this? No, it's not this. The pairs that you have, I just thought, I think it was like USDC, is this one of them? I don't know, bro, I forgot. But basically, I took those ones off on there because I don't have, like, it won't let me add any more. Here's the MXN, maybe? Oops. Shoot, what is he doing? I'm not trying to add. Well, okay, this was one of them, I guess, on here. We just flagged that. Like, this is just too choppy. Like, I'll just be waiting for this to break out of this zone. Yeah, now back to everything. So, this is Euro USD. So you can see the lowest point was, where's my brush? Let me just put it here, it's easier. Lowest point's right here, trace that back. I would say this would be the lower high right there. This is also weekly area of interest. You can see multiple rejections to the zone. Price went down, pulled back up into it, and rejected. Daily is bearish. I would consider this, so this would be the structure here, lower high right here. So we've broken under that, pulled back to retest it. And so the daily's bearish, and 4 hours bearish as well. So that being said, we would probably want it to pull back in here again. This is basically like terminant. Let's see what we want. We haven't had, this is counter trend stuff. We're not looking for counter trend. We're not looking for a weekly pullback, wick pullback. So basically, yeah, we just want price to, this is a daily area of interest. So basically what I was thinking is, since we already rejected the weekly area of interest, now we can have just a retest here of the daily area of interest. So even if this like comes back to here, and then it can drop. I haven't really figured out the TP stuff too well, but I would guess it would probably be, if it's going to be a wick pullback, we would want it to be like right here, because this would be the first structural point, right? So I would assume that we wanted to target on here. So if we got wick pull or pull back into here and then got a signal like it just started accumulating and break down, and we can target down to here. That's how I'm thinking, correct me if I'm wrong. And then yeah, for that to happen, it seems like this would the 4 hour would go bearish, or sorry, 4 hour would go bullish, because this is the lower high right here. So maybe it'll just pop in, just wick into here and do its thing and drop down, I don't know, but we're just waiting for it to get back into this area. So in the past, most of the time, like the candles have like, they've wicked, we got some, this is the body closure next to it, wick. It is possible to do a wick in, so we can keep that in mind, that it might wick into here and then start making the move, so we don't need the daily to actually close in it. Like here, you can see just wick down, here kind of wicked in, wicked, body, wick, body, wick, So it might just wick into there and drop down. GU, going back to the weekly, this here, lower low, so right here. What the heck? Pull back, this would be the lower high. Yeah, the lower high, the clearest one. We were wicking into the area. In the past, let's see what we got here. If we go body here, just like that. Most of the times, yeah, we need a body closure or at least body contact or very close to it. So this weekly on here isn't ready yet. We needed to like come back and actually like close either in it or around there. And then let's see on the daily is right now highest point. So this would be bullish. So basically we would need it to either like break down here and then retest like an area of interest, something like that, or we could go up a little higher, break down here, come, and then we would have room to do that. But that's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This is not going to happen this week, I don't think. It doesn't seem like it could happen if it's on the daily, because we would need to, yeah, I don't think it would happen this week. USD CAD. All of this is just like, it's just moving sideways, like 7 weeks at a time, so I don't want to trade that. Otherwise, if we're going counter trend, the next structure point would be right here, right? This would be the next point, I would say, right? So you can't really, like daily, if the daily were to like this accumulation right here, if we were to break under, retest, and then drop, like there's not much room for that. Depending on how it sets up, but the counter trend trade, I just don't think there's enough room for that, personally. Little tiny candles, but yeah, I just don't think there's enough room for that. So I won't be looking at that counter trend. But it is possible because like weekly is bearish, or sorry, weekly. Let's see right here, like at one point, this would be, and you'd come down, and this would have been the other part. So when it crossed there, it went bearish, lower high, lower low. So we could use a daily or a 4-hour area of interest. So let's see, yeah, we got one right there. So basically this zone, we could just tighten it up, and let's see, contact error, got this. Don't need to force it anymore. Basically, yeah, that catches everything. So we can retest this zone. So I think it would make more sense if it was just like an actual, like a bigger push. And then we can have a proper daily pullback, which means, yeah, this would be like a wick. Like we could wick, just wick in and then drop down. But like I said, to me, like this, like from what I understand, basically, this is the nearest point. So it doesn't really make much sense to try to go into that. Or even if it was like this point. Based on what I've seen in your videos, like it seems to be the first point. And to me, it's not really clear. So I would say it's this one right here. And that's just too close. And yeah, everything's all like sideways like that for a bit. So I'd rather not deal with the counter trend like that. Like if it was like, there's like, well, I guess it kind of did it over here, right? Like kind of went up here and then dropped down. But like this would make more sense if it was just shooting up like this. And then we had, I think I'm gonna sidetrack right now. Let's just get back to the pairs. Okay, so on here we have highest point. If it switches here, so this would be bearish. If it's bearish, it's also at the lower low on here on the weekly, which means that we're not going to be looking at it until it starts to have a pullback. And that could be like the weekly area of interest. And the daily is bearish as well too. So we're not really going to worry about it until, well, the weekly is what's important to me. I don't think we can, because this was the breakout on here, so I don't see it having just like a wick pullback and then just go in, right? I don't see that happening. Like this here makes sense for the wick pullback because we just broke out and then we do a wick pullback into an area of interest and then we drop down, and like I would see it going a little lower. So okay, let's see then. If it wants to do it again, I don't know if it's possible, but another like from here, wick in, and when the weekly makes that would equate to a proper daily pullback. It can bounce off somewhere in here. Let's see. No, we don't really have an area of interest like that. Yeah, so as long as it stays in here, maybe it'll bounce back just like where this wick is right here, and then after that it will just, let's see what the 4 hour is doing. The 4 hour currently is bearish, so that's one part I don't understand, like, because if it wicks in, or if it pulls back to make that proper pullback, let's say it like comes back somewhere here, the 4 hour is going to shift bearish to do that, so it would need to like break and then accumulate in this area and then drop down. That's what I'm thinking. That way we can have the 4 hour back in trend. But yeah, basically looking for maybe a wick pullback in here on the weekly. Let's see if we've had it in the past. This zone we haven't really had. It happened here, wick pullback, but otherwise than that, I don't really see much wick. Right here, how's the wick pullback and then it left? So maybe it'll do the same thing but on the sell side. That's what I'm thinking. Could do that. If not, we just have to wait for the daily to pull back in here, give us the body closure, very close to the zone like here, and then make sure the daily's still in trend and make sure the 4 hour switches back to trend, and then we can sell it back down to this. If it pulls back right here, then we can sell it back down to the sell. GU. So okay, so GU right here we've broken out completely. So weekly, or GJ, right? You're saying GU. GJ daily's bearish as well too. So I think the easiest way. Okay, so basically what happened on here, because we can get rid of this now. So this is what we're looking at right here. So we've broken out. We're looking for a wick pullback in this level. If we do a wick pullback in that level, this will be a proper daily pullback as well too. So we can retest the area of interest right here, which is a weekly area of interest. The 4 hour is, I don't know what's gonna happen. Right now it's bearish, so it's going to have to come something like this. maybe something like that. That's what I'm thinking, at least. So yeah, wick pullback, proper pullback on the daily around this area on here, and then 4-hour will probably be bullish, so we'll need to wait for it to shift there. So that's, I don't know the timing for that again, or EURGBP right now. So if we're looking at it, this was a whole mess. We finally broken out of there. So this is the highest point in here. Go back. This area is the lower high right there. We have weekly area of interest right here, 3 touches at least. This is bullish. So now daily, the daily is bearish. So this point here, basically, yeah, went bearish right here. So this currently isn't in trend because we need this to be bullish. So what we'd be looking for then would be like, if we're saying, I'm going to say this is a structure just to keep it as clean as possible. Switch, we could break back above. That would make it bullish. When this goes bullish, the 4-hour should go bullish as well too. Retest that. Do our little thing on here on the lower time frames, you know. But that's what I'm looking for there. Right now, this is still bearish on here. And so basically, yeah, because this isn't in trend, we're not going to bother like going lower than that. Because the weekly, we need the weekly to be good. How we need the daily to be good? The daily isn't good, so we got to wait for the daily to either shift, and then we can take off. GA, let me see what's going on here. So bullish, it's pulled back. This right here, highest point, pulled back, lower high right here. We've pulled back, we've hit an area of interest, weekly area of interest. We've already rejected it with a Morningstar engulfing pattern on here. Now it's pulling back, so it's either going to pull back to here. I don't have any history of it, just, right here. It was like body close, and then we had like a wick in, and price kind of like rocketed. So it could wick in and do that, but I think it'd be best if we just waited for like a body candle, kind of like the close, like all these other ones on here. But even like here, like we've had wick drops. It is possible. It is definitely possible. Let's see what's going on. This, yeah, this is bullish. No, wait, let's see. Let's see. We have highest point. That's what I'm seeing right here. Even if we go, yeah, like lowest point right here, we've broken under. If this were to go lower, I would have said this would have been the structure right here. So we've broken that, gone higher. So higher high. So this is bullish. Weekly is bullish. So now let's see. And what I'm wondering here is, like, since we've already reacted on the weekly, we've already rejected this zone, like it could pull all the way back. Is there any other, currently, yeah, there's no daily area of interest worth it. So we're going to wait for it to come back here. 4-hour is going to be this high, broken. This is the other part here, broken. I wouldn't count that. So this here still, we're going to be waiting for it to, yeah, fully get back to this level on here. And let me, once we've gotten back to that level, yeah, once we've gotten down here, the 4-hour will need to shift. So then how the 4-hour is going to shift is we'll be looking for something drop down. They could come here and do that, I guess, or just wait, come here, make a low, and then that would be safer because then it would be closer to the zone. So let's see what we got here. We basically need the 4-hour to shift. This one needs the 4-hour to shift as well too. Yeah. Okay. GPNZD. So bullish already made a pullback. So it's like the same thing basically. Pullback on the weekly, had the weekly rejection off the area of interest on there. Here we have one touch. And really go back and whoa, this is in how long? 2017. Okay, I don't think that's valid then. Seems to be reacting off of there, but it's so far away. But yeah, so 3 touches now we have. Go to the daily. The daily, if this is the lowest point, like let's say for example, we broke right here. This here is questionable. I personally wouldn't count that. I like it to have like a doji candle in it. I guess this does have a doji candle, but I think I just prefer to have it on top like that, or more of a gap in between. Yeah, I wouldn't count that. So technically, even if we do count this one on here, this would be the lower high, this would be the lower low. So this would be bearish, and the trend is bullish on there. So we're not even gonna like worry about that. So I'm gonna basically this is where the same thing. Okay, so weekly, even if we take a counter trend trade, it would have to come all the way back to here. And let's see. So we got weekly. How's the daily doing? The daily case definitely setting up for a counter trend, because if we went lowest point on here, pull back, beautiful lower high. Would I count that? Bearish. Would I count this? If it kept on going and it broke, let's see. It does look like one. Yeah, I would say, yeah, just because of the shape of it, how it does that, I would say that discount. So broke. So this is bearish. So this is bearish. This is also bearish. So we can't take the counter trend because we would need the daily, unless the daily wants to do that, I guess. Like if the daily wanted to break, and then we would have right here like a daily or 4-hour area of interest. This has 3 points. We can even go something like that. Then it would be bullish, then the 4-hour would be bullish, and then we can take it back to there. I don't know if the stop loss or everything would make sense to it, but I don't even know if I'm going to be taking counter trend trades. So let me just add like we'll just name it counter trend. Which one was it? This one. Either that, or we're going to be waiting for it to pull back on the weekly, just all the way to here, and then give us like, We need a body candle closure, I would say. So we got a weekly candle close in this area like this, and then have in the daily shift bearish. So we'll have to wait a while for that. Okay. All right. So on the weekly, we've gotten a weekly breakout. This would be the next weekly target on here. So if we get a weekly wick pullback, go to the daily. This would be a proper daily retest on here as well too. This is the 4-hour or daily area of interest. So we can pull back, have a proper retest on there, and then drop down. So like something. I don't know if the reward is going to be proper. We have to see. Let's see. Okay. So 4-hour is going to flip bullish when it does that. So before I even do any of that, we need the 4-hour to shift. So yeah, the 4-hour isn't in trends. I don't see how it's going to be able to do that right away. So I don't know what order to really put that in. But I just know we're not going to be straight. Let's see. It would be okay. So if this is going to happen, this would have to happen at the beginning of the weekish. So we would need like Monday, Tuesday wick in on there, and then that would be like Monday, Tuesday pullback on here, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday push. So this is not a bad one. This is NJ, not a bad one. Okay, so this here on the weekly is bullish. On the daily, it is even, yeah. Okay, so here, so let's properly go lower high. Okay, so we've broken. This would be it here. We're broken. We've broken. So on here, I would consider this to be the lower high. But even if that doesn't count, we can. Here's an obvious one right here. So we'll just say that. Weekly won't be shift. Okay, yeah. So basically, we need this to shift, and this is not going to be, unless it closes like that, pulls back. Either way, it's not going to happen anytime soon. Or if we go here, break, pull back, because then it'd be bullish and then go. But either way, it's not going to be happening anytime soon. Weekly. So we've already had pullback, rejection from here on the weekly. Daily is bullish, so we need the daily to basically go up and then break and then shift, and then we can have the move. So Monday, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't see that happening this week. Weekly, let's see, bearish, obviously. Oh. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, so it's broken on there on the weekly. So this makes the lower high. This is the lower low. Weekly's bearish. Go to the daily. Daily is, this would have to be the lower high on it right here. Let me track back everything. Go, break, breaks. This is right here, break. And this is the only Tyson one right here. So basically, I need the best way for it to do would be make high, break that, drop down, retest, and then drop down. Or, yeah, just like break through everything and then just start fresh. But I think, yeah, the other way, we don't need this on there. And see, like this, it's been, well, I guess this is the new structure on here. It's just that it's so choppy in here that I don't really like it, but that's what could happen. Weekly, daily needs to shift. So we need to wait for the daily to shift. Yep, daily shift, bearish, perfect. Okay, USD CHF. Okay, so basically lower high, I would say nothing. Yeah, okay, so it's bullish. And it's just been in this range on here. So this is the weekly area of interest. Daily is currently bullish. Oh, bearish. Bearish. This would be lower high right here. Lower low. So yeah, it's either going to, it's already closed right here. So maybe on Monday it could break. Tuesday, Wednesday pause candle, Thursday, Friday make the move. But there is heavy resistance right here. So like price just seems to keep rejecting from this area. So it would make more sense if it kind of like broke out and then we went for it versus if we try to buy from like how pull back in here and then we would have to get out right there. However we can get in on this. It looks like it's possible. But yeah, we still need weekly to shift bullish before we can worry about that. Or sorry, daily to shift bullish before we can worry about that. Okay, so here is weekly's bullish. Okay, this right here looks like a, yeah, it's a decent area of interest. If we pull it down a little on here, we can get all of that. And then if we want to clean it up, I would just say this would be nice, just like that. So we're at the area of interest right there, and daily is bearish. So high, low, then lower low right here. See this? This is tricky. See this one? Would I consider this the structure point? I don't really think so. So technically this is still bearish, right? So since this is bearish, this is bullish, we still need that shift. So we can shift under and we can come back like that, break. Once we've broken, we can go with the bulls. I would say, well, this is the weekly higher high, so we need to target back that, right? So daily needs to switch, so we can't do that right now. Weekly, this, it's just been like what is this? What is this? It's just been, this should be one of those flag pairs, I would say, right? Because like, look at this, we wouldn't want to do anything on this until it breaks out, right? So I'm going to flag that, just toss that at the very bottom. Shoot, add sections, well, anyways, okay, we know what that's there for. Same with this, like it's just been consolidated in the same, like, yeah, I made a new lower, and then, yeah, this is what we analyzed before, but still, this is one of those pairs that are like, this is 100 and I don't know if that's not far enough back. Like usually the ones I've seen you do, like it's a lot farther back, but this has also been consolidated in like the same choppy range for a very, very long time. So this would probably be like one of the pairs that I'm not really that interested in. And here is, this looks exactly the same. So, but oh no, actually this is different. Okay, so this is the highest point on here. We broke right here, bearish pullback. So now we have broken here, but the next point that if we do like a wick retest would have to be here, and it fails on here. So I think it'd be best just to wait for it to break out and then sell. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I wrote it down on here. So yeah, that's what I would do. Because this is bearish. Oh yeah, this is bearish. This is bearish as well. We could, if we have, this is not really a proper daily pullback, I don't think. And then even if we did, our next target would have to be right on here. So we wouldn't want to do a wick pullback on that since our target is right on here. We would want price to actually break out. Once it breaks out, everything should still be bearish. We'll have a proper retest on the daily, and the 4-hour is already shifted bearish actually. But I just think, well, okay, let's see. So if we're broken out of here, you would say, you wouldn't want these things on here because they would distract you, right? So here we'd be looking, trying to make a lower low, but it's just, yeah, I think this one is just too messy to even try anything on it. So what I would do then is we would wait for it to pull back. So wait for it to pull back in here. What's the daily gonna look like if it does that? Yeah, the daily could still stay bearish. It'll pull back to this level, have like a double, like the daily will have like a double bottom, or double top. Yes, double top. And then drop down, and then yeah, the 4-hour, for the 4-hour to do that, 4-hour probably, it shifts there, we would need the 4-hour to shift back, obviously. But either way, yeah, we need this to pull all the way, either pull all the way back up here so we can retest and drop, or just wait for it to make a new lower low by breaking this and not a double bottom. Because currently, this is technically, oh, wait, hold on. You see this? Oh, no, we broke. Yeah, we broke under, so yeah, like I said, just wait for it to come back to make that double, wait for it to come back, get close to this level on here, and then we can drop back down again. This, it's just moving sideways, and this is like, yeah, I guess if it comes down here, again, closes down here, the weekly, another candle, this is not this week, basically, because it's not going to happen this week, so we don't have to worry about that. None of this is going to happen this week. Maybe next week it might break out, and then we can, next week after that, pull back, or maybe a wick. But, let's see, do we have a target? Yeah, like a wick pullback. Once it breaks out, then we can have a wick pullback, proper daily pullback to do it. Right now, we can't even think about any of that, because this needs to have at least another week to come down here, or like a week or two to break out on there, so we're not worried about that. EUR NZD on the week, it's just moving sideways like that, I don't like that. It's bullish. On the daily, like what? The daily is bullish as well too, but it's super choppy. So if we were to, like, the weekly, you need another week for it to. Has there been any? No, I don't even see any wick retest or anything. So you need at least another week if we're gonna take this. This is not gonna be ready this week though, so we don't have to worry about that. URGPY. So let's just keep it clean. Okay. Break, lower low. So lower low, pull back, lower low again. So this makes this the lower high weekly area of interest. Yeah. Okay. So and even if we do, okay, can't do a wick retest because we would be there, can't do counter trend. It's at a lower low. We can't do counter trend because counter trend is right there. Wick pullback wouldn't even be worth it because then you would have to sell it right here. So this is at a lower low, so we can't do anything with this. This is not going to be ready this week. I don't. Maybe. Well, I guess yeah. Okay, if there's, yeah, no, it's already right there. So being that it's that close, it wouldn't make sense to do a wick pullback to be stopped out there, right? The exit trade right there. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Let me just take this off. AUD weekly. It's bearish. Can't take counter trend because we're right there. We've already started the pullback. We don't want to take the counter trend once we saw that first candle, right? So, but anyway, we're already at the point that the counter trend would have ended. So now we have bearish. So we're pulling back. We find a weekly area of interest. Just up right there. 3 touches. This is, if this is the lowest point, this is broken here. Honestly, I would consider that a break. So low here. Either way, we need to come all the way back. So when we're coming back, here, shift, and then we can start looking for everything. But either way, that move is not going to happen. See, Monday, if we happen to push all the way here, then we need to pull back and we need to break. Yeah, not going to happen soon. USD. PLN, we have higher high over here, break of structure, so this is the higher high, break of structure again, so this is the lower low. We've already started the pull back to this level on here. We have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch on here, so it's a valid weekly area of interest. But it did wick in. This would have been the point that we would have had to exit if it did wick in and drop. So being that this is bearish, the week was bearish, down to the daily. Daily is also bearish, right? Highest point on here, drop down, right here, break. So I would consider this the lower high right under just to keep it as clean as possible. The daily, we've wicked into the area, dropped, we've wicked into the area, pushed, we've wicked into the area, push. So it's possible that we could wick in on here. So since we've already wicked in on there, on the daily, let's see, there are daily areas of interest, which is literally right around the exact same zone. So it could come in here, let's see what the 4-hour is doing. The 4-hour would have to switch on there. Just at least something like that, and then drop down. Yeah, anyways, I don't know what's going on there. Like, we would need the 4-hour shift. The daily, we need the daily to get there, but the daily is in trend with that, so we could either retest this level again, it doesn't matter. It would honestly would be just safer just to do this because the daily still is in trend and this is a very powerful level. but we just need the 4 hour to actually switch on there, so that's not ready yet. USD, BKK, we are bullish on the weekly. Daily, bearish. What's going on over here? I would consider that a break of structure, because we have 3 candles at least here. It's bearish. It's a lower high, bullish. So we have bullish, bullish. But we need, let's see, this is the zone I did there. Let's see what we got here. 1 touch, 2 touch. Not bad. Right there. Right, yeah, perfect, okay. So basically we've had, that was a wick and push, wick. For the most part, the candles need to close inside the body from what I've seen inside the area of interest. So we're just going to be waiting for this to pull back down. On the daily, it's, yeah, if we're considering that the lower high, the daily is going to switch again. So the daily is going to come down and have to switch again, which means that it's not going to happen. Let's see, Monday, Tuesday. No, that's not going to happen this week, so we can forget about that. Weekly is bullish. This had this on the weekly pullback, the wick pullback. Let's see if it was a proper pullback on the daily. See, this looks tempting. Like, I wouldn't know if to consider this, but I would consider it like a breaking structure. Because if you just look at it, like, it just looks like it wanted to just keep on pushing, and this would have been a lower high. So basically what needs to happen is this needs to make a higher high, or just like from where it is currently, just come down, make a lower, and then break. Or break, drop all the way down. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Or Monday, drop all the way down, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That is not going to work. So either way, this is not going to happen anytime soon. USD, check, bullish. This was our area of interest. We didn't quite get to it, so we would be expecting it to come back down, actually make contact with that level. And on the daily is bearish, so when that comes back down, it needs to shift. Oops, it needs to come back down. Break above, not going to happen this week. CHF, weekly. Let's just start here. So, weekly, okay, break. That looks like a structure point. But just based on how I've been doing it, I wouldn't consider it a structure point. You can see there's kind of like a bend like that. So, okay, all right, we'll consider it a structure point just because it bends like that. Low, lower low. Whoops. Okay, so on the weekly, we're at a lower low. So if we're, the only thing we could be looking at is like a counter trend. So the counter trend would have to come up to here. If the counter trend's coming up to there, the daily's still bearish, so we need the daily to even switch before. And then when the daily switches, the 4 hour will switch as well too, and then we can ride it back up to there. But it hasn't given us any indication of that yet, so we can't even do a counter trend. So right now it's just at a weekly lower low. And then MXN, yeah, just not feeling all this choppiness on here. As you can see, the shit isn't organized. that's yeah. Once I get your help with that, I'm gonna be able to organize it, because yeah, it's kind of all over the place. It's not my brain works. Here. Yeah, this was just not feeling that. This is not even a counter trend. This is just not like what's going on here. Low, break, pull back to this area of interest. Okay, so we're in the area of interest now, and the daily is, yeah, all right, this is the one that the daily needs to switch. We need the daily to break this, so that it can switch higher low, or break this higher high on there. Geez, that was a long Sunday breakdown. I would suggest, yeah, probably watching it on 2 times speed. All right, thanks, bro. Let me know what you think. What I need improving on. All right, we're back. Okay, we're gonna attempt to organize this from the soonest it could happen. So, okay, first of all, probably don't want this as messy as it is right now. So we will just see. Okay, so this one I'm looking for a wick pullback, right? So wick pullback. This has to pull back deeper. I think I'm just gonna find all the ones that are gonna do a wick pullback first. This was already rejected. So like, is there a daily area of interest? Now we're gonna pull back to the same parts. That's not a wick pullback. We need a break. We need a shift. That could happen. We need a pullback and proper pullback wick. So this is one of the other wick ones, I think. Seems like, at least. Unless, wait, did we get any wick? Nah. We're gonna say we didn't get really any wick pullbacks on that. So this and this are basically the same, right? This has pullback. This could pull back. This could pull back. This needs to push deeper before it goes. This needs to shift. This is at a lower low. So, are we looking for counter trends? Could we get a counter trend back to here? No, we can't, because we need that to shift. So this is just bearish. So yeah, this will be a wick pullback and proper on the daily. So maybe I should write. Okay, yeah, I do have it on there. Wick pullback, possible breakout wick pullback. Okay, yeah, I did this like a while ago. So it's like this that actually broke out on like Friday. I think I did this on Thursday or something. And then yeah, closed out there. So now it's not possible weekly breakout. It is a breakout. It's a weekly breakout and a wick pullback. Okay. All right. This. What were we doing on bullish? This is gonna be a wick pullback. Yeah. So did we write on here possible week? Okay. And yeah, this will have a proper daily. This needs to, yeah, we already break this, so we can expect a retrace of here. So that's not bad. That could happen. That could happen before the shift of structure started to happen. So shoot, I want to add one that says need shift of structure, so I know this here. Okay, so the daily needs to go bullish. So all right. And in order for that to happen, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I don't think that's gonna happen. All of that and push Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. Nah, there's no way that could all happen this week. So I'm gonna say this should go a little lower. So let me just write down. Let me pause. Actually, let's write on my phone here. Because that's the thing. I don't understand how you guys order this stuff and actually remember everything. It's like I lose track of where the positions of everything is. It needs daily to SOS. So. Okay, this is bullish. This was bullish. This needs to pull back deeper, so we're waiting for a deeper weekly pullback. Okay. Perfecto. So the weekly, and then it's not gonna, yeah, it's not gonna pull back and then go at the same time. Like, is it? I don't think it is. Can it? Bullish? No, this needs, okay, and then the 4 hour. Okay, but the daily on here is in trend. So technically we're just waiting for a pullback to this level. So maybe if I just draw it like that. This one here, again, we're waiting for a pullback to the level. Am I counting this as a higher low? Sure, it does look like a structure piece. Okay, so according to your rules, if it looks iffy like that, then I shouldn't even worry with it. I should try to find a better pair, right? So let's see what's going on here. We got weekly. We're looking for, yeah, what about wick pullback to there, right? And we have waiting for proper daily pullback. Perfect. Okay, so possible weekly. Okay, yeah, okay, it's confirmed now. So weekly breakout wick pullback. Waiting for proper daily pullback. Okay, and then, okay. What's going to happen when it does that? Okay. Perfect. Okay, so this needs to SOS. That's going to, wait, what can we look at the time? Okay, this is actually, yeah, this is going to be a quicker one, right? Because this could happen early on in this week. So since it's like, yeah, pullback, it'll probably be like somewhere up here. I'll organize that after. What's going on here? Bullish. This needs to shift. So if it's shifting, it needs a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, not happening this week. Okay, so like I need to watch and see where you guys put in this. So I don't remember if you just put it at the bottom, just like that, because it's not going to happen this week. Let's go on to the next weekly. Okay, so what do we have for our notes on here? Waiting for weekly breakout, right? Okay, so this one, yeah, just because I don't like that resistance level on there, it would be safer to wait for a weekly breakout. So weekly breakout is definitely not going to happen soon. Here this is bullish, meaning this is a shift. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Friday has some moves. So that could happen. I feel like this one could happen a lot sooner than the other ones, because yeah, like this could possibly happen on Friday. So we'll write on here. Okay, so daily needs the SOS. Bear shift to bearish. Thursday to Friday, but okay. Make sure it's visible in all time frames. Yeah, because we already got a rejection on there, right? So yeah, okay. Before we can work with anything, we need this time frame to shift. Daily needs the SOS and shift to bearish. Could happen by Thursday to Friday. Perfect. Okay, so I don't have to worry as much. Let's see what else will come closer. This daily needs to shift as well too. Let's just copy this. Yeah, same thing. Wait. Yeah, I feel like this one would be less. This would take longer to happen than this. Do we have any notes on here? Right. Okay. So basically, this is a double. Okay. Oh yeah, these are your notes. I just copied them from like the call. Just put the transcript on here so I can know. Because this is, yeah. Average price. Oh wait, that is my notes maybe. Who knows? Yeah, so safer. Basically, price double bottomed. And it's not safe. Till a weekly breakout, right? Because unless it comes back all the way to here, right? Then that's not going to happen this week anyways. Wick and really make a big move. So yeah, we'd want a candle body closure, and then we can expect a drop like to mirror this move over here all the way down. So that's not okay. So yeah, safer to wait for a weekly to break out and retest, or wait for a weekly to weekly area of interest, right? Shoot my ball. Body close, then take the move down again. At least that's how I think. I don't know if that's right. So yeah, right. Like you can have come all the way back here and then go down if that isn't. So that's how I'm thinking. If that's wrong, I'm sure you're gonna correct me. Perfect. Okay, so double bottom. Oh shoot, this is taking a very long time. Okay, so we need this to break out. So this is not gonna happen this week. All right, here we need a pullback. Oh, okay. I see something on here. So I remember you said these giant candles, these are like rejection candles. Like engulfing. And right, that's what I'm thinking at least, because you have to have like another candle to come down here and then slow down, and then yeah, like come down here, slow that down, because you don't want to trade against this big candle, right? That's what you said. Like every time we have those massive candles like that, which was super helpful because yeah, I've always seen those, but I just couldn't really put my finger on what was actually happening. Like, but now, yeah, now I know for sure you don't want to trade against these things. Like you get these giant candles like this, price slows down, doesn't shift. So that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna wait for that thing to slow on down, and then we can possibly have a move. So this is not gonna happen. It's gonna happen like before the ones that actually this might be one of the worst ones. Let's check what else we got. Sheeple position I leave off from. This is another double bottom. Oh wait, no. All right, okay. So this okay. So basically, we can't take the wick pullback because we can't take wick pull because we're too close to TP. Okay, and then counter trend trade. Yeah, bro, where did that thing go? I don't know where I just wrote went. It just vanished. Okay, wick pullback. Yeah, that's not gonna make any proper daily pullback, and then write it back. No, maybe. What do you think? I think last time you said that it's not worth it because you're right next to TP. If we had more room to do it, then it would make sense. But because I guess the wick it's opening up here, pulls all the way back. If we get a move like, see, my thinking is like it's possible that it could do something like this, right? Like it comes, but I guess like if it does that, you're not fully wrong because you're still within structure on here. I don't know. Let's say we're pulling back the 4 hour. Okay, the 4 hour would be bullish, so we'd have to wait for the 4 hour to shift. So if we're pulling back, let's say we pull back, 4 hour shifts and then drops back down, then it's not really worth it like that, right? But then also what I'm thinking is like, what if it like does like, like what if it does that? Then you have like, it could possibly be a lot tighter, and then you can get it like that, and that would make a lot more sense. Something like that could happen. So that's, I think, yeah, I need to know what your thoughts on something like that is. Like, what should be the correct way to approach that? So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. But either way, we need to pull all the way back here. So that would be not well. If it's doing the wick, it could, right? If it's doing the wick pullback, it could technically do that, right? Just giant wick, just drop down Monday, Tuesday, and then just on the last Thursday and Friday, maybe. So let's back. I don't know if the TP is too close for the weekly wick pullback to work. The daily will have. Alright, so I would say it is possible. So if it is one of those wick pullback ones, I would probably put it a little higher. Shoot, I don't remember where I grabbed it from again. Okay. Alright, weekly, what we got here? Definitely can't do a, what's it called again? A pullback, because that's already at the zone on here. You can't do a counter trend trade. So we need this to come all the way back here. Then we can take it back down. Daily, it will need to shift. Okay. So, waiting for weekly to retest weekly area of interest, and we'll need to wait for daily to shift. Okay, so that's going to, let me see how the possibility is. Pops up, pops down. Not going to happen this week. Okay, so we're taking from under GCAD. I don't know, let's see. Since price is already wicked, is the word taking a trade? Oh yeah, okay, I think you said, yeah, last time I talked to you, you said that doesn't matter. It's just as long as we don't have one of these like crazy ass candles, like you're not trying to trade against one of these crazy rejection candles, and it's okay. So because it touched, yeah, that was one of my questions, because if it touched here, I'm gonna get the trade over. Okay, so basically what we can do now is, yeah, we need, oh yeah, it is a double dip, and no, you said it's cool. Okay, so now I know that. I'm gonna erase that. I think I get it now. So, okay, now we've already tested on here. We would have to wait for a pullback all the way, or is there a daily area of interest that we can retest because we're now bullish? Daily area of interest. Daily area of interest. Bum. Right? Let's see. Yeah, so that's not bad. Okay, so then weekly's bullish, daily's bullish. Daily could possibly, my first thing I'd be looking for is for it to pop back in here. We target these highs, so that would be that. Target these highs. 4 hour, waiting for 4 hour high low. Yeah, that'd be perfect, right? Because the 4 hour is already bullish as well too. It could, damn, this is like a sweet spot actually, huh? Like even if, like, and then make this work. Then we get that, and its previous structure. Price could come down on the 4 hour. Okay, so weekly bullish. daily bullish, daily retest, daily area of interest, and then when it retests the daily area of interest. Oh, good retest there. 4 hour also bullish. So then basically, and it started making a pullback already. Okay, so basically when it gets down to here, I'll be looking for like the lower time frames to obviously go counter trend, and then shift, and shift, retest. It'd be nice if it happened here. That'd be cool. And then we can take the trade all the way back up. Yeah, so waiting for the 4 hour higher low, and it'll be confirmed by the shift. Wait for lower time frame accumulation and area of interest. I think to keep it clean, I'll just do that. So this one is not bad. Okay, let's see when it could happen. If we do daily, okay, yeah, this one could happen very, not as fast as the retest one, like the Wick retest one, but pretty fast. This we needed, this is bearish, we needed Wick retest drop. Okay, this, since this could Wick retest and drop, yeah, I think so we're going to wait for this to actually retest or wick into the structure. It'll still be bearish. 4 hour will have to shift, okay. No, bearish. Weekly daily, right? Bearish. Bearish. Yes, this is definitely, okay. Cool. Price currently on a weekend. Oh, this part is I'm waiting for a weekly closure. But I have to say I'm waiting for a week, because it does the wicker. Okay, so I can ignore this one actually. Okay, so that's gonna wick in then that means this has to happen like sooner. So I'll put it like here. What? I don't have any notes on here. Okay, bearish, proper daily pullback. Nice. Wait, what's actually going on here? Why? Like, why do I have this but I don't have? What's wrong with it? Oh, right, this was the one I couldn't determine the structure on it. I don't know if this is, like I would say it is, but I don't know if it is or it isn't. So I'm just gonna write unsure about weekly. Okay, I don't need. Right, waiting for weekly. Okay, yeah, I think that's gonna be, so basically then it's gonna be, this needs to actually have a weekly. Let me see, I think, okay, so this is gonna have to have a weekly. So this is gonna have to have a weekly in there. It can't happen this week. So this is what I'm looking at for my list. Sorry it's so long. I'm gonna end it now. Stop talking.